Hello friends, this is Dr. Amarjeet Kaur. I am Professor of Accounting and Business Communication at the Department of Management, Gurugram University, Gurugram. I have about 30 years of experience, have authored 9 books and 56 research papers. This is my privilege that I am here with you to discuss how to write a business proposal. So the topic of discussion is writing business proposals. So friends, this is a very important topic and very relevant for anyone, even from a beginner to a senior person. So anybody in his or her career, a person needs to write business proposals on regular basis, right? So it becomes imperative to understand what is our business proposal, how do we write it, what are essentials, what are do's and don'ts of a business proposal. So this is what we are going to discuss in next few minutes. So let's say you are a new recruitee, you have been appointed as a sales executive at a company, right? And this is your new job, and your sales manager, your area manager has told you to write up a proposal because you are going to meet up a prospective client. Okay, so now you are in little trouble because this is your first job, you have never written it. So what will you do? So this discussion is going to help you in that situation. How about there's somebody who's already working, is at the middle level, let's say, and he has to write a proposal to somebody who has never been interested or who has been tried by many people in the past, but that business have never shown any interest in your business proposal, right? Again a challenge, that how should I convince the party, which is a very great prospect for your business, but somehow no one has been able to convince them with the offering you have. So you have to think about a really very effective, powerful business proposal, right? There's a very big deal of a very huge amount, and now the top management is involved into that, and top management really wants to put forward the best proposal possible, sounding effective, sounding justified, logical, convincing, and again even they are concerned with the business proposal. So could you imagine that there's nobody in a business who will not need to refer to what business proposal is, how should it look like, how to modify as per the need, etc., what should be terms and condition. So the point I am making is this, that every stage, either you are at a junior level or at a senior level, you are supposed to be knowing how to write a business proposal. Okay, so with this background, with this backdrop, let's now discuss what business proposal is. It's a document. You know, as there are so many documents in any business, business proposal is also a document only. Okay, so that document which is basically submitted by one business to another business or by one person to another business entity, proposing some kind of agreement, proposing some kind of arrangement, right? And drawing an outline. So there's a complete outline that how the involved parties will work together. Okay, so what you are doing, you are submitting an outline, a document which is having the outline that how your problem will be solved or how your business will be at an ease if this particular arrangement is accepted, is being undertaken. So that's what is a business proposal. Okay, so we are proposing to someone to work on some issue, some problem in some particular area, or to become a vendor even, right? So that's what a business proposal is. It's a document which either one person is writing or business is sending to prospective clients, the clients who are not with you but you think they can be your future clients. So your prospective clients outlining what services or what products do you offer as a business, as an individual, and explaining that how your product, how your service, or how the offering you have in hand is better than others. So you are giving a justification of your credentials, okay, of your qualification. So business proposal is really a very important document because it is helping you to secure a business with someone, with some business entity or individual. So what are you doing through this business proposal? You are pitching for some idea. So this is a pitch by a business or by an individual. Okay, so the pitch that proposes to undertake, or to complete a specific joke, or complete a project, or to supply a service. So it's a pitch. Somebody is pitching for something to be done. Okay, so some instances the pitch is to be to become a vendor of a certain product. In some instances the pitch could be simply to help you in a project. Let's say I am into academic institution, as you know that I am working with Gurugram University, and somebody comes to me with a proposal, which is a business proposal to supply smart board, right? With the detail of that their smart board has all these features, with the detail that they have already supplied this particular smart board, this model, to XYZ business school, which is a premier business school in the country, establishing that a premier business school is using their product, quoting the price line with a comparative statement that XYZ model is for this amount, our model has all these features and is for this amount. So what is that? That is a business proposal that somebody is putting up to me as a dean of the school of business, and trying to convince me that their smartphone, that smart board is a very good product, has great features, the specifications are really unbeatable by other products, pricing is also very great, and establishing there are satisfied customers. Because when he is quoting that these are the business schools in the country which are already using that particular product, they are trying to convince that there are people, there are companies, there are businesses who are using that product. So this is a pitch. That pitch that why this product should be a desirable product for your school, for your department. Right. So this business proposal is actually helping you to pitch to somebody. So this business proposal which you are writing can actually make or break your chances of securing a new client or new deal. You can actually try to secure a new client, new deal, if you really have written a good business proposal. And how do you present the same? It's just not that how do you write it, but how do you present? Do you sound a reliable person? Day before yesterday, I visited to a jeweler to buy something for my family member, and we visited two brands. One brand we were very convinced with the products, but I wished I postponed the purchase when my daughter is here. And then we visited the second brand. There the guy was really trying to sell it very hard, was not sounding trustworthy. We just left there without responding to them. We could make out that here the person is kind of is sounding very over smart. So how the business proposal is written and how it is been presented, both become very important. Okay, so you are likely to catch a good deal if your proposal is written very well, in the right sequence, answering all the probable question or concern any business party will have. Okay, and vice versa. So you are likely to catch the business or you are likely to lose the business So that's why we say make or break deal. Okay, of course there are negotiations involved after the proposal, but your proposal is not written in the right format, in the right order, then there's a likelihood that there's no scope of negotiation. You will not reach to the level of negotiation, right? So this is your entry to the next step, where you will be getting or securing a chance to negotiate, which you otherwise will lose. Now, these business proposals can be of two types. One, the solicited one, and the second is unsolicited. So, solicited business proposals and unsolicited business proposals. So, what are solicited proposals? What are unsolicited proposals? As the name suggests, solicited, somebody solicited, somebody requested you. So the prospective clients has reached out to you or to your business and asking you to put up a proposal to supply a particular product or to render a service or to complete a project or to become a vendor or become an associate, become a partner, collaborator, whatever way you may think. So there's a wide list, okay? But you have not reached out to somebody has reached out to your business. So you are in a better position because there's a request for proposal which we call as RFP. This is a very commonly used terminology in the business world, in the corporate world. So we call as RFP, request for proposal. So your business has received, or you as an individual have received a request which we call as request for proposal, and you are responding to that proposal or that request. How it is helpful or better position? Because you know the requirement of the client, the prospective client. Of course, somebody is requesting you means they have already given the need, the specification they are looking for, right? So it's an easy sell for you because there's a solicited proposal or there's a proposal which is in response to RFP, right? The another type of business proposal is unsolicited one. The major difference is here you are approaching to somebody, to the future client, right? So it is a kind of cold approach, and most of the business executive at the junior level, when you join a business, you have been given a pre-drafted proposal and you have been guided to reach out to X set of clients, future client of course, Y set of client, different geography location, etc., etc. So this is a cold approach. So most of the freshers, executives, they are trying reaching out to the people with a ready proposal in their hand, which may have been drafted by somebody at the senior level, and you are making a cold approach. So it's an unsolicited business proposal. And then this particular kind of proposal requires a hard selling because you need to make a follow-up action on regular basis. You need to be sure at what is the right time to reach out to that client you are reaching out. What is the right time of the year or the quarter? Because it's not that everybody would be investing throughout the year. Most of the government sector companies, public sector companies, they would be investing during the end of the financial year because they have unutilized budgets lying with them, which they need to utilize for before the financial year ends. So we know if I am somebody who is supplying a very machinery, semiconductors, high speed cameras, like that, and I'm reaching out to let's say to somebody like ISRO, somebody like who are who are into the research and development activities, and I know they would be requiring this product, and they may have the budget, and that is the right time, last quarter of the financial year. So, and maybe the second quarter also, because in the first quarter of the new year, budgets are approved, and towards the end of that first quarter or the beginning of the second quarter is also another good time, because then there's an excitement, there's a there's a memento in the business world that yes, we are going to procure this, we need this new product or service, etc., etc., right? So, and then there's some cold time, then there's some lean time. People were excited, but now they are just busy with the other things, and then comes the last semester again, they are worried that they could not utilize their budget. Getting my point? So, cold approach, of course, is being used throughout the year, but people can try to strategize their cold approach, that what is the best time to reach out to the future client. Okay, so both solicited, unsolicited proposals are used by almost every business, by individuals, because it's not that all the time people would be approaching you, there will be a request for proposal. Most of the businesses would be securing business from basis on RFP if they have supplied in the past. So that is retaining the last customer or the previous customer. But to generate new customers, certainly it is always unsolicited proposal, right? Now, another point I would like to make is this, that when we are writing business proposals, there are three essential P's of a business proposal which one must keep in mind. What are those three P's? As we have 7 C's in business communication, we have 3 P's concept for business proposals. Number 1, problem statement. Number 2, problem or the proposed solution to the problem. And number 3 is pricing. So there's a problem statement that I do not have, and smart boards are demanded, are required by many professors while teaching, and this is how someone will be able to use live videos, live recordings, MOOC courses, will be able to chat or contact with the students, and will be able to have attendance records shown on a wider screen during the class hour, right? This all is missing, and this is what I can supply. The first P is answered. The problem statement is answered. If there was a request for the proposal RFP, then person should be knowing what specification the business was looking for. Basis on that, what is the problem statement? Then proposed solution, how the product offered in the proposal will help the other business, the prospective or client or the interested client to solve that problem. The proposed solution, the second P, must be answered. The third P is we must talk about the pricing. What is the cost of the product? There are proposals where the pricing part is segment. People never will get interested because that was not a serious proposal. That was an incomplete business proposal, right? So these 3 P's must be there and must form part of a business proposal. Now, how long should be a business proposal? Because people always struggle to find out, my business proposal should be of 2 lines or 2 pages, 20 pages. What should be the appropriate length of my business proposal? I would answer, this is your call. The business proposal should be as long as it takes care of 3 P's or answers all the queries or the specifications raised in an RFP or otherwise needed to be answered. It It means it varies. The length of the business proposal will vary from one product to another product, one service to another service, one proposal to another proposal, because all proposals do not carry the same kind of technical specification, financial specifications, etc., legal specifications, right? So different proposals would have different requirements, so the length will or should depend upon the P's concept, that all the P's are answered, that proposal doesn't leave any scope for queries unanswered, right? So the points to consider, are while preparing a business proposal, there are a couple of points to be considered. Number one, proposal must be clear. It should not be a vague proposal. Let's say if somebody has 10 different models for a similar product line, right? Then you can pitch one or two model, which can take care of the need of the, client. But if you intend to pitch for all the 10 models together, you are doing a cold calling because there was no RFP, then be very clear. Be very clear, man, because you may sound vague. You may not be able to justify that how all the models are good, because it's not necessary that all the models may be required for one business. Few models or have been designed by your company to meet up the requirements of certain businesses. Be careful that why should you include the models which are not required by the set of the companies you are reaching out to, right? So please be clear about the business proposal. It must have the problem statement, it must have what solutions you are offering, what pricing range you have, the price range you have. You cannot be vague in either of the main points of a proposal. The next thing is, proposal must be communicated to the concerned only. You cannot reach out to everyone in the other side of the business, because then you don't know what is the internal politics, what are the internal budget for different departments, different people, how interested these people. Do your research before the proposal is communicated. Do your research or homework, that whom should it be addressed to. We are surprised, suddenly a person comes up and puts up a proposal of something which I was looking for. So it means he or she was connected to the system, to somebody, knowing this kind of discussion is going on in my office or requirement, or in the whole university or whole business, if you talk about another enterprise, right? So it should be addressed to concerned only. A proposal can be conditional, can be without a condition. Most of the companies which are winding up, towards the end of the financial year, they give a proposal saying this price, because one of the P is the price of the proposal, the cost what you are quoting, that this price is applicable, or this particular offer, any discount is been given, terms and condition is applicable only up to 31st October or 31st March, right? So proposals may be conditional. Our price may, most of the times there are conditions, because the other party may take months to respond, and then your price have been revised, the condition to supply have been revised. So proposals are generally conditional. Proposal should not contain a negative condition. Generally, we will not be able to do this if you do not this, because they are, so generally it is recommended that we should avoid to have a negative condition. A condition can be there, but try to avoid or put negative condition in the proposal. and proposals must be personalized. As I said in the beginning of this, when we started discussing this slide, that you cannot quote all the 10 models to everyone you are reaching out, right? There could be one odd business who are expanding, who are coming up with many segments, a new business, maybe yes, but there would be hardly such business you are reaching out to. Most of the businesses, they may need either one or two type of model. You have the range, the whole out of the whole range, right? Make sure you personalize it, and especially when there's a RFP, there's a request for proposal, then certainly an unpersonalized, a common, a generic business proposal is not going to help you. Remember, this is your best pitch. This is your first time you are reaching out, and either you are able to make or break it. It will depend how do you actually put up your proposal. How does this sound like? The last thing I want to talk is that a good proposal, which is must be a crystal clear, and three main things must be answered. By the discussion we had so far, I hope you had gathered that how these three things are important. Number one, what you are doing as a business. It's not that we are selling the product all the time. We could be rendering services. We could be someone who are just connecting two businesses. We are collaborators. We are offering to complete a project. We are there to take care of your, some project which is just lying in the middle, is in trouble, right? So what are you doing? What kind of business solutions you are providing? What kind of services are you rendering? That must be there. And how are you doing it? There could be 100 more people doing the same thing, isn't it? You need to differentiate that how you are doing that particular function or service or product which you are quoting, for which you are putting up this proposal, right? And why it is so significant for the client, for the prospective client, to engage with you, to hire you or your service, or to give or render you some service, right? So make sure that those 3 P's and these three important points are taken care when you put up a business proposal. So thank you very much, friends, for being with me. I hope you could gather that what business proposal is, what are the essentials in business proposals, and what is the difference between solicited and unsolicited business proposal. With this, I would like to wind up. Thank you very much.